In PowerSchool, we entered behavior and truancy in incident management. When you need to create an incident, begin by clicking on Special Functions on your menu within PowerSchool and then select Incident Management. Note that you are not selecting the student first. You can do that, but sometimes you have incidents that involve multiple students, and you can always begin by collecting the special functions in incident management. Now we're ready to create a new incident, and then specify the type, which in this case will be discipline. The date would be the date that you're entering this. You would need to make sure it reflects the incident date. And then select the time frame during or outside of school hours. If it was during class, after class, you have ample opportunity to enter comments about the time frame. The title, we suggest you begin with your initials so that you can identify which instances you have created, and then a description of the incident. Do not put the student's name because this information is visible, and we should not display student names within the titles of our incidents. You can then put in a description and more information about the incident. You can say where this took place, the child left school property, additional comments about the location. The primary parts that you also need to select here are your participants and your incidents. Somebody has done something, and then you specify what the student did and what the action that resulted from the student's behavior is. Click on the plus to add your participant. You need to search for your student, and I will search for some student. I know that the student's last name is Cato, and I'm in Southside, so any student whose last name is Cato will pull up when I click the search box. We have one, and I will assume this is the one that I'm entering information about for this incident. And I will add the student, highlight the student that I want added, and then click add. I need a role student. A participant could be the reporter, victim, offender, or witness. And most times you must always have the offender coded, and this person is the offender. And I will click add participant attributes. So now I have a student that has created some type of incident. I need to know what the student did, and that would be the behavior. So I must add the student's behavior code. In this case, the student cut class. So I will scroll down to cutting class. I can put comments, add the behavior. What was the result of this? There must be some action that is taken at the school level, so I'll click the plus and add the action. In the action code, it could be as simple as a call to parents. You can put comments about who you talked with, what was said, any information pertinent to that call to your parent. The begin date would be probably the date that you called. The end date would likely be the same. You can put more comments about what actually took place. You don't need a duration code. You will need a duration code if the child is removed from school and removed from classes, but this does not apply in this case, so I'll add this action. Note I have one offender, I have one behavior code, and one action code, but these have to be linked to the student. It's possible to have multiple students over here, and then you can have multiple behaviors and multiple actions, but you must tie the behavior and the action to the student. So I'm going to drag and drop that behavior code on top of the student's name. Note it appears indented, so I know this action, this behavior, cutting class, is attributed to this particular student. The action should then be dragged and dropped on top of the behavior code. So we have a stair-step in appearance, indicating that because this student cut class, there was a call to the parent. They should not all line up at the left, but they should instead be stair-steps so that you can attribute which action and which behavior are tied to which particular. At that point, you can click Submit the Incident, and you're complete.